spiritual, then the other parts of us, our mind, our emotions, our body, and such, that spiritual part is born of incorruptible seed. Now, how does that happen? Romans 10:17 says, so then faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. So when we hear the word of God being preached, the gospel, the good news about Jesus, what we're doing today, that word of God goes into our ears and down into our hearts. And when we latch on to it, that seed conceives something. Well, it can conceive faith for the new birth. It can also conceive faith for healing, faith for financial help, faith for your family being restored. See, the word of God is seed that can cause something to happen. I like what Jesus said. Jesus was teaching on the word of God, and he said it's like a mustard seed, which when it goes into the ground, it can seem like the smallest thing, insignificant thing, but when it grows up, it becomes greater than all. And when the word of God goes into your heart, and you can latch onto it and it grows up, it becomes greater than sickness, it becomes greater than poverty, it becomes greater than divorce and marital struggles and kids going astray and emotional trauma and everything else. But we have to get the word of God into our hearts. This incorruptible seed is more powerful, but when it first goes in, it seems smaller than the situation. But if you hang on to it and let it grow, it'll grow up and become greater and overrule everything coming against you. Now, after you're born spiritually, now you got to grow spiritually. Just like you have to grow physically, after you are born physically, the same thing with the spirit. When you're born spiritually, everything's not over yet. Now you need to grow. You need to grow up. Luke 2:40 says about Jesus, and the child grew and became strong in spirit. And the child grew, and notice this, and became strong. And became strong. Well, you know, Jesus was the only